in a strange house. Wasn't that the chill of the forest? Her eyes, unkind, though not exactly cold, quivered to me in hours and seconds. Old as fire, I burned imaginary lips at leaving down the coldest wintry highways into illogic canyons, like the snap of Snake River's hook, entranced in Idaho. Wasn't that bright forest blank as a kiss above dark Portland streetlight reds, heavy amidst her rosy temples and hollow as Xmas angels, nostrils full with the crunch of pine needles? My dry lips fell to ash when sunlight bled through the deepest forest, staggering fern cobras hooded yellow into shifting attention, smoke before eyes like dust raid, striping my legs on the ground. Like the ground, passionless to some. In the brief dapple of moonlight, her voice splashed like waterfalls, thoroughly drunk as fountains full with sudden tears, and unused names common as the language of skin against skin. My sodden feet sank ankle deep in wet ferns pooled neath canopies green and older than nations, splotched for days, in days long past, like names of fallen heroes: spruce, hemlock, Douglas and white fir, cedar, larch, ponderosa pine, white pine, sugar pine, and juniper. Even mighty sequoia past Klamath and Siskiyou. An avalanche diving cryptically clueless or sightless amid uncommon elevations. My angry sweat among trees rolls in the feathers of the dusty night, rolls away, further, down Willamette Valley, past vivid orchards, exotic in shrouds of dim light like steam engines, leaning against mountains in darkness, treeful and gleeful in the mildewy night, laughing on bridges and along electric lines. Washington Park's hidden cityscapes tumble in wind and light like fairgrounds. Green is the carnival of bluffs and foothills to the east, beyond the Willamette, where blue waters tumble from cascade cliffs, and mild yearnings tangle like ivy winding around trunks. Fallen trees collapse in sweaters of underbrush, crumbling to memories of paper, rolling lax chains of alphabets and symbols of things handwritten and heartfelt. Highland views spawn clear and lifelike scenes of men and women alone in American automobiles, on boulevards threaded neath heaven, Mount Hood watchful, St. Helens cautious, Rainier cold, invisible as dew. Thunder smokestacks the sea. Can you? Poor fog glows in the headlamps of those long American machines, braced for the departure of time at the weathered rim, beaming like full elevators in restful paths downward in gradual trails, with beastly and carnal, gently beating night images intact. The beaded tensions, the seeming distant passions of springtime walks turn dark the mud's general inclination to movement downward, from sucker branch paths of rivers to dissolution, an eventual move westward to the sea. Of these salient angles, let the sudden jerk of distance quiet none but the exhausted punch of inattention, the unwavering line between disparate homelands, and the untimely devotion of ill-mannered brethren. Fingers wrapped in foreign hands circulate in the chill of departure, gone dead as conquered mountains with each motion. And the process of word placement, fleshing sad, hopeful stories, tilts belatedly on dry Tualatin trails, bent in and out of view, her patient misfortune morose, though scornful moments brighten in flashes of white and silver below. Freighters swaying, gape-mouthed, sucking up parts of trees or spitting casual explorers out distant portals, anxious down Columbia to Astoria and off the edge of the continent, longing for the ancient East in her puzzled stature, godless as us, godless as God herself. In this abiding place where towering masses of land thrust beyond clouds, beyond heaven possibly, and quiet natives in restful villages remember the strange science of reacquaintance, the general aim of kindness, the destitute comforts of home. The unrestrained continent drifts into sleep of uncountable seasons, and my anxious brow idles in mere generations. In glaciate mountains, brave purr in the constance of whitecaps turns brief prisms into ranges, familial by nature construct, lending mortal viewpoints the quality and devotion of rivers. The plaintive drift downhill into other hands, other occasions, a seamless path toward Satori and saltwater. The hurricane chill of these lost forests turn eyes gray in the rapture of memory, singular, almost bestial in the soft flutter of eyebrows, trees like lashes filtering the constant sorrow of strangers through the breathless motion of Oregon.